Sean Haney here with RealAgriculture.com, and I'm at the Advancing Women's Conference in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and right now I'm joined by
Dr. Marla Shapiro.
Well, Dr. Marla Shapiro, it's great to see you, of CTV fame.
CTV family indeed, CTV News, Canada AM, News Channel.
Yeah, for sure. So you're going to speak to the group here about health and wellness.
I am.
And whether you are a female or male on the farm or in the corporate world, staying healthy and in a very, very busy time is a challenge.
There's without a doubt often we put ourselves last. And I'm going to structure the talk to talk about 4 different pillars of wellness and to really challenge the audience to think about how much time they take to address their own sense of wellness and where on the continuum of the scale that we're talking about they fit.
And do you find that people make a lot of mistakes in this area, that there's sort of some misnomers, or people think that they necessarily have it figured out, but really they're lying to themselves and they don't?
Well, I think that there's a lot of myths. I think that, the difference between translating attitude into behavior is very difficult. Most Canadians would tell you it's important to exercise, but don't. Most Canadians would tell you it's important to be fit and watch what you're eating in terms of nutrition, obesity, basal metabolic index. They don't. So it's not that we don't know, it's that it's very difficult to translate attitude into behavior and then sustain that behavior.
Is it a lack of discipline?
I think competing priorities. Okay, I think that often there are competing priorities and we often tell ourselves I don't have the time, when really what we're saying is it's not a priority. And what I hope to instill in the audience is that it is a priority to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, the rest of it will lag behind.
And that's really the part that I think a lot of people sort of forget, is that if you're not rested, if you're not getting the right amount of sleep, if you're not eating sort of close to properly, it really does affect your brain. And if your brain's not working, you've got some challenges in your work life.
Do you ever take a plane?
Yes, lots.
Been up in the air? You know what the stewardess tells you when she talks about the oxygen?
Right, yes.
If you're traveling with an infant, who gets the oxygen first?
You.
You, that's right. And it's the same thing with all of this, that unless you invest in yourself so that you are well, both physically, mentally, socially, you're not going to be able to play it forward, you're not going to be able to be your best self, and therefore it's not, maybe I should do this, it's something that you actually have to make a priority and make part of your lifestyle.
And it's not about going to the gym and being there for 2 hours every day, not at all. So what are some quick little, what is it about?
What we're learning is the difference between exercise versus sedentary behavior. So you can exercise for 35 minutes a day or an hour a day and the rest of the day be sedentary, and in fact, you're going to run tremendous risk. Sedentary behavior is one of the worst things that we do. So getting up, moving around, taking the chairs, parking the furthest that you can from when you're at the mall, and then walking, not being as sedentary as we are is what's really critical. And that's something that we can all do. So certainly for those of us who, part of the group is on the farm, working on the farm, that's the best job to have. You're not sedentary, you're not sitting in the office, you're up, you're moving all the time, and you can accumulate minutes throughout the day. It's not that doing a 45-minute workout and then being a couch potato the rest of the time is going to balance. It doesn't balance.
Dr. Shapiro, thank you for joining us today. We look forward to hearing your talk, and hopefully we get to talk to you again sometime soon.
Thank you so much, Sean.